Hello, this is Tony Heller from VisitTech.ai. I asked Claude.ai what is the longest stretch of consecutive days over 90 degrees in Kentucky during a single year. It searched the internet and came to the conclusion that the longest stretch of consecutive days with temperatures over 90 degrees in Kentucky was 25 days, recorded in Louisville from July 3rd to July 27th, 1881. ChatGPT's new reasoning model concluded that it was 29 days during 1936. Grok gave a ridiculous answer of 8 days and didn't specify a year. Perplexity came to the conclusion that it was 38 days during 1993. The new Chinese reasoning model concluded that it was 44 days during 1983. And Google Gemini didn't even attempt to make a serious answer. All of these AI providers gave an incorrect answer. And the reason is because they're just searching the internet to see what people have written in the past. If we want to get the correct answer, we have to use analytic AI instead of reasoning AI. So let's go to app.visitech.ai and work with actual data to get the correct answer. I'm going to click the middle mouse button, ask the computer a question, and then click the middle mouse button again to let the computer know that I'm done asking. What is the longest stretch of 90-degree days in Kentucky? And it shows that the correct answer is 57 consecutive days over 90 degrees at Bowling Green, Kentucky during 1921. This graph would be easier to understand as a bar chart, so I'm going to click on the middle mouse button, say bar chart, and click on the middle mouse button again. Bar chart. Now I'm going to give the computer a few commands to make the graph more readable. Commands are always given by clicking the middle mouse button. Graph minimum 90. Graph maximum 103. 13 lines. We can see from looking at the graph that the record streak of 90-degree days in Kentucky was at Bowling Green during the year 1921. So I'm going to give the graph a title which represents this. Graph title: 57 consecutive days over 90 degrees at Bowling Green, Kentucky during 1921. Vertical title: degrees F. Horizontal title: date. Now I'm going to tell it to take a screenshot. Screenshot. And if you look at the downloads, we can see the screenshot which we just created. I posted this on X yesterday, which was formerly known as Twitter. And today, ChatGPT found my post and posted the correct answer of 57 consecutive days at Bowling Green during 1921. As I mentioned earlier, the problem with most AI models is that they're relying on what other people said. But at app.visitech.ai, we're analyzing actual data. And it's not just climate data. We plan to extend this to essentially any type of data. Analytic AI is a new and very powerful concept. Let's take a look now and get some more detailed information about the heat wave of 1921 in Kentucky. The first thing I'm going to do is hit the reset button. Now I'm going to tell the computer what I want to do. Kentucky temperatures. Graph by year. Now we're looking at the average daily maximum temperature at all Kentucky United States Historical Climatology Network stations since 1893. It goes from January 1st to December 31st, and we have one series for each year. We're looking at 1893. Now let's take a look at 1921. By hovering over the year 1921, we can now see the average daily maximum temperatures in Kentucky during the year 1921, and we can see the heat wave from May into October very clearly. The average daily maximum temperature in Kentucky during 1921 was 71 degrees, which is 4 degrees above the long-term average. Now let's compare that to 2024. You can see that 1921 was 1 degree warmer than 2024. You can also see that during 2024 that there was only one relatively short heat wave at the end of August. Historical records show that there was a global heat wave during 1921, which sent millions of people to the brink of starvation. And this was associated with the largest solar storm of the 20th century, which sent the northern lights all the way into Austin, Texas. Unlike other AI sources, we look at actual data at app.visitech.ai, so we get the correct answer. If you want to get the correct answer, don't waste your time on other AI sources. Come directly to app.visitech.ai.